Well, I don't know who will be here tonight, but I am a real insomniac. I made the mistake of having some sweet tea, oh, maybe around 5 or 6 o'clock. And sometimes it has no effect at all. And then other times it's just like, oh my goodness, you know. Yes, I rang. Thank my fellow insomniacs. Are you guys on the East Coast or the West Coast? Where are you people? Or are you just as bad as me? Oh, 2 p.m. That's perfect for you, Jamie. Virginia, what? Oh, Janice, you should be in bed. Okay, Washington, that's okay. It's 11 here where I am. So, I mean, I am a night owl, but I usually, don't do this at this time. I'm doing other little things. But Elizabeth, uh, I think all of us that enjoy, our art, I think a lot of us, if we don't have an early morning job, I think we're kind of all insomniacs. Yeah. Yeah, it's 11 here, Elizabeth. I'm just an hour um, earlier than you. Wow, there's a lot of you up. It's unbelievable. 10 o'clock, 1,000 miles south of the border. Sally, what town are you in? Wow, you guys are all over the place. Hi, Lynn. She's up too. What is going on? Oh, did you get any of that? Wasn't that, Sally, weren't you in the path of that hurricane a few days ago? Or am I mistaken in my geography right now? Yeah, Lynn, I know. 9 o'clock. That would be great. My parents live over there. I think I've mentioned that. Well, I'm originally from Southern California. My parents are still there. They live in Escondido. So, Sally, tell me, are you originally from Mexico, or are you retired down there? Are you one of those winter, what do they call them? You head down there during the cool months. We're gonna get all the scoop on Sally. Yes, snowbird. There you go. Well, see, maybe the time is affecting me more than I thought. Scotty. Well, I know Scotty's usually up. I didn't want to disturb her just in case she was taking a nap, but I'm glad she's here. All right. So the reason I came on basically was because I was going a little stir crazy, wanting to do something because I was so wound up from all that tea. And then I thought, well, quite a few of you have been following this Get a Spine journal. And I wanted to show you what I had done just a little bit. The reason I have this on here, last time I was showing you guys this fabric that we were going to put on the spine, and the camera just went crazy. So I went ahead and glued the spine in there on the exterior just so that, the camera wouldn't go crazy when I did it. But all I did as I was telling you before we put an end to the last one, I did it with the fabric tack. I think it was the fabric tack, one of those. Yeah. Or was it my fabric fix? No, I don't remember. But one of these two is what I used to put. Let's see what the see, there it goes again. See, that was a bad fabric for me to choose. The camera just does not like it. Oh dear, here we go. But anyway, I already put it on the spine, so we don't have to go crazy with that. But let's see if I can show you what I've done, at least a little bit. And be patient. Don't get too sick with the camera. But I'll show you guys what I did. All right. So remember we had all the spine action going here. So I did put it on this spine right here. I put the oops, hold on. I put that fabric there, and then I put it on all three actually, and then on the back. And then remember we wanted to cover, at least I wanted to cover up this that was there. So I actually found some of that Cantha quilt fabric that I was playing around with, and I found some that was in the back was solid red. In the front, it was really pretty. But all I did was, you know, flop it over, and I just glued it on there with the same glue. So that covered up that the title to the book that I didn't like. So that took care of that, and it pretty much blended in with the color of the book that we were using. So I was kind of happy about that. And then I was showing you the papers, the scrap paper and stuff that I don't really use for anything, and was making the signatures to put in there. And that's pretty much where we left it. Yeah, Valerie, it does like a strobe light. Is it still doing it? It stopped for me on here. Is it still going in and out? Because I don't always see what you guys see. I hope it's not driving you crazy. Anyway, so I like how this ended up kind of covering everything up. And so anyway, so I sewed one of these signatures already and put it in here. And all I did was the pamphlet stitch. I popped 3 holes in here. For those of you that's new to putting signatures in, I made 3 holes. And what I did is, where did I put that? I had it here somewhere. Hold on. Maybe I already put that away from, oh well. I had a pattern. I just cut a piece of paper, the length of this, and I just cut it like about 2 inches wide, folded it in half, and then marked 3 marks. You can see it better here on the white. There's a hole here, and a hole in the middle. I just brought it in approximately an inch, inch and a quarter. I didn't really measure it that much. And then 1 smack in the middle. And then I punched the holes in the actual binding. You probably can't see it because of all this paper, but there's a hole right there, a hole here, and a hole right there, ready to put in this signature. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I've gotten to. And that would be the next stage. So for those of you that have never done this, let me get the little tool, the little pokey tool that I used, and I'll show you how I put this signature. I'll put it over here. Give me 1 second to find that. And here is my pokey tool. I think that's all I need. I was trying to see if I could find that little pattern that I use, just so you could see what I was talking about. Hold on one second. I might find it in my little pile here, and then maybe not. Huh. Let me check one more place right here. Well, that wasn't smart. Maybe I accidentally tossed it. That's what you get when you try to clean up. Oh, well. Huh. Well, before the night's over, I'll find it for sure. All right. All right, so what I do is everybody has a different method of what they do, but I have, just because I wanted it to be black, I use some embroidery floss. But there's all kinds of things. You can use, if you just have twine, you can use twine. I also like to use the waxed embroidery thread. And then there's just so many different types. It's just, like I say, use what you have and it will work, especially if it's your first one. You know, don't stress out at all. All right, so this is a little complicated in the respect that I got to move all this bulk. So bear with me. I might be hitting a few things and getting stuff out of frame. But basically what I'm going to do is, I already poked the holes in here, but I don't think I poked them that big. Let me find it. There it is right there. Yeah, because it's not all the way through. Hold on. Get that all the way. Hi, Patricia. I'm sorry, you guys. It's hard for me to see my computer from where I am. I have to squint and hope I can see it. All right. All right. So I don't know if you can see these holes right here. And that's where we'll put our sewing. So the way I do it, there's all kinds of ways to do the pamphlet stitch. I mean, all kinds of ways. But I just go through the center first. Whoops. I just go here through the center, put the needle in through there, and then I find the hole that I created already in my spine. And push that through. I measured it. What I do usually is I'll put the holes in the center, and then I'll bring it in about 1 inch to 1.25 inches from the ends. And that's just the way I do it. It just works for me that way. Some people like it a little closer to the edges, but I usually put it about 1 inch to 1.25 inches for something this large. If there's smaller journals, then I'll bring them closer out to the edge. But for this one, it's 1 inch. All right, so I bring it out. Let me see if you can see this without you seeing without the camera seeing this crazy material. Okay, so let's find where that other hole is that I already did with the pokey tool. Whoops, hold on. Where is that little puppy? Oh, there it is. Hold on, let me do it a little bit bigger. Okay, because I got to find it through the fabric. I don't think it poked the hole through the fabric. There we go. All right. So I'm having a hard time seeing it with this fabric because it's all crazy. My eyes are doing what the camera was doing. All right, so now we'll put it through here. Let's see if my poke hole. I made the mistake of putting lotion on my hands, and now I can't even grip this needle. Bad girl, bad girl. Okay. I can't push it through because my fingers are so slippery. Okay, there we go. All right, so. Okay, so we put it through the center. And oh, I forgot to mention, if you want the tie to be inside of the book, when you tie the knot, you start in the inside. If you want to tie it on the outside, you start on the outside. I'm just doing it through, you know, going to tie it off in the inside for no particular reason. I just am. Okay, so we bring that up. All right, and then you go through the one at the other end without putting lotion first on your hands. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. All right. It's so humongous. Let me pull that string through. Shorten that up. Okay. All right. So again, we went in through the middle, came out the back, went to the bottom one, came up through. Now we're going to go through the top one. And let me find where that pokey hole went through. Okay. Pull that through. Tighten that up a little bit. And now we're going to go back through the center one. Okay. Go up through the same hole and the same hole in the center. And make everything kind of tight. Pull all the strings. Oops. Pull them through. And remember, don't put lotion before you do this. All right. So those have gone through. And we're just going to tug at it a little bit. Let me get this all straight. We're just going to tug on everything. And then we'll tie a knot. And don't put lotion. Oh my gosh, my hands are so slippery. Okay. Ta-da! And we have the signature in there. You see that? Very good. So let's take these little clips off. I just had the clips so they wouldn't be, so the signature wouldn't be going all over the place before I sewed it. Okay, so just a review for newbies. If you're going to tie it in the middle, start in the middle with your thread. Put it through the center. It'll come out. Put it in through the bottom, all the way through. Go up to the top. Go through and go back through your center one again and tie it off. And voila, there you go. So now we have this humongous, thing to work with now. For me, it's going to be my black and white with a little touch of red glue book journal. That's what this is going to end up being for me. And I don't know about you ladies, but I think it already looks pretty cool, even empty. What do you think? I like it. Oh, it's going to go crazy. Hold on. Let's open it up. Okay, let me see. Excuse me. Let me see who's asked what. Oh, yeah, so would that be a cool idea, but I'm selfish. This is for me. Oh, let's see. Yes, we are the elite flock of owls. Yes. I know, Peg. I didn't realize. I thought, well, maybe 2 or 3 people show up. We'll just chit chat. You know, no one will know. I'll delete the video. But a lot of people showed up. That's nice. I think all of us had tea or coffee or meds or something because we're up. That's pretty bad. All right. So this one is pretty ready to go, you know, for me to start using it as my glue book. Okay, let me see. What kind of needle do you use? These needles, let me see what the little package says. I do have some that are specific for bookbinding. That's what they say. And then these other ones that I got, I have some that say bookbinding. The one that I used this particular day, though, this one says tapestry needle, and that needle, the tapestry needle is this one. That's what this one looks like. Hold on. That right there. Now, what's different about this is it's pretty blunt. So, like for something like these where you punch the hole before you ever do anything, this is just fine because you're not punching the hole with this. You're just threading your thread with this. So a tapestry needle is pretty cool. They're thick. You can hold on to them if you don't put lotion first. Anyway, these are $2.49, and there are 6 of them in there. It's not too bad. And then, of course, you know, you can always get them with your coupons. And then this larger one, you can see that now this one does have a point to it. This could do some damage on you. And this is called a darner's needle. And that's for yarns and heavy threads and things like that. That's why the eye is so big. So I would suggest, you know, either one of these would be great for your bookbinding, or if you could just find plain old bookbinding needles. But they tend to cost you a little bit more, the bookbinding needles, just because, I don't know, just because. I don't really see that much difference in them unless you want those hooked ones. And these work just fine. All right. So what else? Let me see. Yes, those upholstery ones work pretty good too. So I think the upholstery ones are, you know, a lot like these tapestry ones. Alrighty. So that is how you get, you know, your signatures in. For those of you that are new at putting your signatures in. And of course, in this book, you could have put these 2 signatures here. And then, like I'm going to do in the second one, I'm going to put them, just so you can see the difference, I'm going to put a set in the center. And then we'll do something a little different on the flip-flop sides, you know. All right, so let me get that out of the way for just a second. Oh, and a few people, a few people had asked me about the fabrics and the papers I was using, and even this, crazy. This is African material, and so I have some. I don't have any more of the plain red. That was the only piece I had that had a little bit of red. But I do have some pieces of fabric that have the red and the black of the Cantha quilts. And then I have some that I can cut up. And then I have some of those papers, and I have some of the African fabric. And so what I did for a couple of people already, I put together a little package of enough to make 3 bindings. You know what I'm saying? Not bindings. What am I trying to say? Spines. To bind the spines with some of the African fabric, because these aren't long enough, but these can like be put in the front of the book like I did to cover up. And then I have, well, until I run out of the black and white paper, I can put those little packages together. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know, and then I'll just put a little listing in my Etsy shop. I don't know, maybe I'll charge like, I don't know, $15 or something for the papers, the material, and some of the Cantha quilt. And that way, if you like that pattern and the look, you can get that kind of look. So let me know if anybody wants any, and I'll put some more of those little packages together. Okay, next. Oh, a bug just flew in my face. Okay. Let's see. I'm missing out. What am I missing out on, people? Number of pages in the signature. I put in this book, before they're folded, there are nine pieces of paper before they're folded. So, and I did that because these are kind of thick, and then I'm going to glue more papers on them, so it's going to get even thicker. If you're dealing with thinner paper, well, it also depends on the size of your spine, what you're working with. But I have 9 pieces here. All right. Scotty is saying my name. What do you want, Scotty? Is that real stitching on the fabric? Yes. These are what's called Cantha quilts. I don't know if you can. Cantha quilts are quilts that are made in India. And basically what they do is they get 2 pieces of fabric. Occasionally it's 3 pieces. This one is 2. And they hand stitch it all together, and they make these quilts. They're very lightweight, obviously. They're just 2 pieces of fabric. And sometimes they're one piece of a single piece of fabric. Other times they're patched together like we would think of American type quilts. And they're used and used and used, and then they get really worn and thin and really yummy feeling, and then they are sold and bought by people like me. And so I have quite a few different pieces of the quilts, but I'm just showing you these because it has the red and the black and the white, and that went with the theme that we were working with. But yeah, these are all hand sewn, just like a running stitch, Pretty cool. All right, so Oh, I answered? Okay. Let me see. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. All right, so now the other one, now this also, on this particular spine, I have a different type of fabric, but that was a different pattern, but this is also the Cantha quilt, where I covered that up. And what I was going to do, now these, hold on. Now remember, this is sewn outside. The stitches are sewn, and you can see them on the outside. So what I was going to do with this one is we're going to do it the same way. Sew it. It'll be exposed. But then we're going to go back. If those of you that were with me last week, we're going to cover this with fabric after it's sewn so that you don't see the stitching on the outside. All right, so I guess the next thing that I need to do is figure out what I'm going to cover this with. And I'm not sure yet. Because this one's going to be more of a traditional junk journal in the sense that I have a bunch of packaging and different things that I'm going to use for the actual signatures. So it's not going to be like, you know, following a pattern like the black and white and, you know, all that stuff. This is just going to be a hodgepodge of anything. So, so we need to decide what we're going to put inside of this one. Are we going to put, I'm not leaning toward using my scraps of my scrapbook paper because we already did that. But I think it might be kind of cool if we just got some stuff out of magazines, or if I got maybe stuff out of either magazines or my jelly prints or something. What do you guys think? Let's vote. What should I put inside? Police? Police what? Oh, yeah, thumb police. Yeah, someone else has to be the thumb police. Man. How do you spell? Oh, K. Starts with a K. Hold on. I think it's Kantha. I think. But don't quote me. My jelly prints. Ooh, I do have plenty of those. Okay, I'm getting votes from my jelly prints. Yeah, Jackie, if you don't have any, snooze, you lose. You're going to have to use your magazines. Yes, that's how you spell it, Scotty. There you go. You got it. All right. Hold on one second. I do know where I have a few of my jelly prints. All right. Now, these are not jelly prints. All right, these were, I was only doing backgrounds with these, and I was getting ready to do something else. This is a handmade, what do you call it? Stamp. Difficult. Hi, Vicki. You're up too. We're just all a bunch of insomniacs around here. This is a homemade stamp that I made, and I did that with my jelly print. This, who knows? Oh, this and this For those of you that haven't dealt with jelly prints before, you can see how varied your prints can be just depending on what you use. This is the same stencil that I used, but you can see how different it looks. This is the same stencil. I just squirted some spray things. This is also the same stencil. I have no idea what this is. Different stencil. Ooh, see, I love these colors. I like this. Same stencil from the first one. Ooh, I love these colors. Looks very Moroccan to me. I love those colors. Vicki, can you see that I did the color shift with these? I did these a while back, but you can see them. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Woohoo. Anyway, these were basically like backgrounds, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. This is just red. I was going to put some gold and stuff on this later. Maybe that's it for right now. Oh, I have some of these. Oh, no, these are my homemade sprays. Those are my sprays with some stencils. Okay, this is the jelly print. Here's some more. Hold on. Here's some more. No, those are sprays. Okay, here's some more jelly prints. I like working a lot with metallics, so these are some of my favorites. Ooh, see? Can you see the fishies? I don't know if you can see them because of the shine. But I made like a, I guess you call them a mask. I get confused between a mask and a stencil. To me, they're all the same. One's just backwards of the other. But anyway, I cut out a fish shape and put it on there, and then did like, 4 or 5 different prints on it. And I like this one a lot. And I did the same fish with different colors to see. And this is part of that color shift stuff. Yeah, Barb did do that the other day. They were very dramatic. I did these when I first bought them. I got them about a year ago and had a lot of fun with them, and then just put them away. And then Vicki started using them and got me interested again with them. Boy, I went crazy on that fish, didn't I? I was just a fishing fool. Hi, Judy. I love those colors. See, you guys can see what all my favorite colors are now. Everything bright and contrast colors. I'm not so much monochromatic at all. Okay, so now I have too many to choose from. I didn't think I had that many, and I sort of do. Oh boy. Okay, so now I got to choose. That's the part I don't like. All right, so I've got the orange going on the outside, but that's just the fabric. I'm not even sure. Okay, hold on. Let me get this. Okay, those I don't want them to use. All right. All right, so I have all these. Okay, now we got to choose. So am I going to go matchy-matchy, or am I going to do contrast, or what am I doing? Yes, these are pretty much all copy paper that I printed on. I print on a lot of different things, tissue paper, what I can't think of right now, but all kinds of papers, really. The that white backing that you take off the napkins, those work really good too. I save those when I take my napkins apart when I'm doing some kind of a decoupage or something. They're pretty transparent when you glue them down, so they're pretty cool. All right. Oh, this one might look kind of cool if I do this back here somehow. Oh no, I'm putting fabric on the back. So that I'm putting all fabric back there. So that really doesn't matter so much. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll put my favorites on one side, my very, 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 very favorites over here. And then I'll eliminate from that. Ooh, see, I like that colors too. Oh dear, see, they're all my favorites because they're my paints. Of course they're going to be my favorites. Yeah, I like that. I like this one. Ooh, and I like this one too. Oh, but that's my fishy. I don't want to mess up my little fishy. Okay. I don't want to mess up my fishy. I got plans for my fishies. Okay. Whoops. All right, so I got it down to these. Uh-oh, Jessica's in the house. Jessica, I had sweet tea while I was watching you guys, and it just totally messed me up. Too much caffeine in the tea, and I'm awake. Anyway, okay, so now I'm trying to figure out which ones I'm actually going to put on the inside. And it doesn't have to be the full sheet. They can each be a different color, right? That's the whole fun part. So we have 4, so we can get 4 different pieces, right? Right. Okay. Okay, I like this one, so let's go with that. And then we're going to go with a blue and a purple over here, and oh, I like this purple better. So let's go with that one here. And we need one more over here. Now it's got the same print. Oh, maybe we do have to go with that. No, it looks too much the same. Uh-oh. See, I like all the same stuff, and now they all look alike. Well, that's no fun. Okay, how we put that there? Put that there. Does that work, people, or not? Usually everybody has an opinion. Okay. Maybe I want this one over here. Okay, I see I'm not getting any cooperations. Nobody is telling me yes or no. So I'm just going to do what I want to do then. All right, so I have Jessica's permission to do what I want to do. I had to leave early, Jessica. I went to cut my husband's hair. He's got this big old meeting tomorrow. And he needed his hair to be not so bushy. So I didn't see how you finished up. Did you get a lot done? All right, so let's let it flap over here, overlap a little bit. Oh, you're doing your journals. Yeah, I saw you were starting like, what, 500 or something at one time? Oh, Laura, you were a good girl. Laura was a good girl. Well, earlier today, I went to the library because they were having their children's book sale that I totally forgot that started Friday. It's Monday. Today was the last day. So I go in there, and usually there's like, I'm not exaggerating, maybe like 30 of those 10-foot fold-up tables full of stuff. And there was probably like about 4 tables left. They had put them all together. And I went in there and I go, oh, she goes, yep. She goes, we almost got wiped up on Friday. And I go, oh, I was so sad. But I did get a couple of stuff I like. Not that much, but a few. Can't be greedy. Oh, thank you. I have a textile group. And when last year, well, it's been over a year now, we made any kind of a cuff we wanted to. It had to be 50%, some kind of textile. And this was mine. I was so excited. It was so me. Look at the back. How cool. Sometimes I wear it upside down. All right. I think we need to do it again just so I can get a new bracelet. I know how to get gifts. All right. And then one of the little books I found, it's so cute. It's not, I don't think it's in here. I bought it for my husband. we have 2 rescue Rottweilers, and they just have the cutest personality. And I found this little book about Rottweilers. This little it's a little book about where the mom has this little baby in a stroller, and she's going to run up a flight of go up the elevator to give something to somebody. Can't remember even what it was now. And she tells the Rottweiler to keep an eye on him. Well, she goes and runs that errand, and they get into all kinds of mischief together. Gets into all kinds of trouble. And it reminded me just of our dogs, because they're so mischievous, and they always get into some kind of mischief. Okay, so let me get these down before I actually don't even know what I'm doing. Where's my brush? You can see how prepared I was for this. I'm telling you, I thought you guys would all be in bed. I think my brush is over at the sink. Hold on one second. I lied. The book is still here. Look how cute. Carl goes shopping. There's the Rottweiler. Look how cute. So she's got the baby in a bassinet and tells Carl, you know, I got to go upstairs. Oh, she's going upstairs to get Aunt Martha's curtains. So you can see the escalator. So she goes upstairs and she leaves the dog in charge of the baby. The baby gets on top of the Rottweiler. They go over to the directory, to the elevator, get in the elevator, go to where the toy department. There must be some store in this building. They go to the toy department, wreak havoc with the toys, him and the Rottweiler. And there's the dog just laughing away. That's what my dog does when he's getting in trouble. He just laughs like hee hee hee. And now they are trying on clothes. There they are on the monitors on the TV wearing the clothes. And now they're on a stack of rugs, and she's laying upside down just like our dog does. And they're getting all in trouble all over. Now they're eating doggy biscuits and baby biscuits. Oh, now they're visiting the pet department, and they're really going to get in trouble. They opened up the cages, of course. Now they're all over the place. Gets back up, goes running down the elevator, throws the poor kid in the bassinet, and then just sits there like nothing's gone wrong. And here comes Mom praising the dog for looking out for the baby and not letting anything happen. I thought it was cute. Okay, squirrel. Carl, yeah. Oh, there are a lot of Carl books. See, I don't know anything about kid stuff. Never had kids, so I didn't know all the kid things. Well, Carl is a good guy. I like him. All right, glue. Where's my, okay. We're ready to glue, people. Yes, he is a gardener protector. One thing I've noticed, because we have like I said, we have 2 Rottweilers and we have a rescued German Shepherd. Well, let me tell you, the Rottweilers, they're like stealths. I'm going to put this all down with Mod Podge. They are like stealths because they don't bark at the beginning. Something's going on the street or in the yard somewhere, or you know, just some kind of activity where a normal dog would be barking crazy. They don't bark. And I just see her run somewhere and I'm going, uh-oh, something's up. She's still not barking. I cannot tell you how many people they have scared. Now, we have a totally fenced in yard. There's no way. My husband even has it double fenced in the respect that we have our normal fence that's the exterior. And then like maybe 3 feet in, he put a totally different fence. And he says it's to protect our dogs from people because a lot of people are idiots. But anyway, that's another story. But they have scared people. One time there was this guy. He was, because outside of the fence, we have this retainer wall that creates like a planter. And people will be walking and they'll, maybe sit on the planter because the height of it is kind of like where you would sit. And our Rottweiler does not appreciate people sitting, in our property or, anything that to do with our property. So she'll run over there, not barking or anything, get up right behind the person. Of course, she's still on her side of the fence, but then gives out this roar. Oh, this one guy, he literally jumped up in the air and went screaming down the street. I felt so sorry for him because he really wasn't doing anything bad. He just, was sitting on our retaining wall, and our dog did not like that at all. And I doubt very much he ever came back. Yeah, Scotty, you know what we mean. We got it's like a war zone, our property. Got fences everywhere. And other people go, oh, wow, you're a very conscientious dog owner to, not let them bite people. My husband tells them straight, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the stupid people that want to poke things to the fence, which they've done that in the past. Who wants to agitate 2 Rottweilers, Idiots. So my husband has to protect our dogs against idiots. So now they can't poke our dogs, throw rocks at them. It's like, you do not know what these dogs have been through. They've been castaways. They've probably been abused. Who knows what happened to them before we got them. And you want to tease them? Not too bright. Mary, where are you going? I thought you were a night owl. Where's Mary going? Oh, early day. Oh, she has an early day tomorrow. When she says early day, this girl, she streams sometimes like at 4 o'clock her time in the morning so that her European people can enjoy her live stream. I bet you that's why she has to go to bed. She's got to get up at 4 to live stream. She's so conscientious. Okay, how's it looking, people, from your end? I think it's going to look pretty cool. Oh, she's gone. See, she must be getting up at 4:30. All right. So, is there enough glue there for there? No. So are you guys crafting? Or are you just watching? Or are you just chatting? What's everybody doing? I know Jessica's making her 500 journals. What about everybody else? You got a project going on? Are you working on this journal? What are you doing? Oh, you rescue pit bulls, Arlene. Oh. Yes, you have to protect them. I'm telling you. Oh. Now, another dog we have is a ATCs. Oh, good, Elizabeth. That's cool. We also have a German Shepherd. The people that we got one of our Rottweilers from, she runs a rescue place in another state, but just across the border from us. And so we got one of the Rottweilers from her. So about maybe a year later, I think it was about a year later, she had this other dog. I can't remember what kind it was, to tell you the truth. And she wanted to know if my husband might be interested because she knew it was going to be difficult to find it a home. So one of our dogs we had to put him down. He had cancer. And so my husband likes having, X amount of dogs. He likes a number. He likes like 4 dogs. So he wanted to get another dog. And she told him, about this particular dog. So he says, well, I'll come down and check him out. Okay, well, he goes down there. And there was a different dog that just it was there in the kennel, just kept crying and crying and crying. And so my husband goes over there to go pet him. And he wants to, like, that nibble bite that dogs do. It's halfway nervous, but still they're chomping on you, And but my husband, he's not intimidated or afraid of dogs. And so he just kind of let him chomp on him, and then he grabbed his nose, and then he started to pet him. And as soon as my husband started doing that, oh, the dog just went all goo gaga over. He starts doing, his Scooby-Doo talk to him and everything. And so the lady that had called my husband to go over there for the other dog saw him interacting with that German Shepherd, and she asked, would you be interested in the German Shepherd? And I did that wrong. If he'd be interested in the German Shepherd. So he goes, well, I don't know, because he wanted the other one. The other one was an Australian cattle dog, and he had wanted one of those. So anyway, so the lady says, well, could you just take the German Shepherd for a walk? Well, my husband, he didn't realize he was getting set up. Oh, that one looks too much like that one. He didn't realize he was, getting set up. So he goes and he gets him out, and, he's going to take him for a little walk. And they were all in amazement because nobody could handle that dog. Nobody could get him on a leash. The poor guy, he was in bad shape. I think emotionally he was really messed up. So they got all excited that he was able to handle the dog and take him out and everything. So my husband, for whatever reason, just started getting attached to this dog. And then they told him the backstory, which was really sad. I won't repeat it. And so my husband felt really bad for him. And so next thing you know, I get a phone call from my husband. And he said, how would you feel about a German Shepherd? Well, when I was a little kid, my grandparents had a German Shepherd. And I felt like he was my dog. So I love German Shepherds. So I said, okay. So So we go down maybe about a week later, because they were gonna get him fixed and his shots and his this and get him all ready to come with us. And so we go pick him up. And the lady that runs this place, she's a very obviously loving lady, that she even does what she does. But she will tell you that she's just not a people person at all. She's not like, a chatty Cathy. She's not real physical with you. Everything's very, very businesslike. But with her and the dogs, oh, she's just Miss Lovey-dovey with them. Anyway, so we get the dog and we put it in the vehicle. And the first thing the dog does is doesn't stay where we put him. He immediately jumps over to the front seat, and now he's sitting in the driver's seat. I was the one that was going to be driving, because my husband was going to sit in the back with him. And right away I go, oh, brother, what have we got ourselves into? So then my husband gets him and puts him, where he needs to be, and he, ties him down and all that kind of good stuff. So I was getting ready. I said my goodbyes to the lady, and I was getting ready to get into the car. And she comes over, and I almost fainted. She came over and she hugged me. And I thought, at first I was kind of stupid. I go, oh, how sweet, she's hugging me. And then on the way home, I'm going, wait a minute. How bad is this dog? She was so happy that I was taking this dog off her hands that I got a hug. Oh, well, needless to say, that dog was a handful. But he just needed some patience, and he's still a little neurotic, and he still has his issues. Everywhere he goes, he takes his ball with him. Doesn't matter where he goes. He picks up his ball, and there he goes. And he's a sweet dog. He's really sweet. But that was so funny that she was afraid that nobody was going to take that dog. And we found out from another lady that volunteers there that even the Rottweiler that we got, they were getting ready, not them, before this lady got the dog. They had it at a different kennel, and they were getting ready to put her down because they were afraid of her. And she's so sweet and gentle. I don't know why they were afraid. People just have preconceived notions about certain breeds. And even if you love dogs, some people just can't get past those preconceived notions, And then the animal suffers. But anyway, so they have a happy home. They're happy dogs. Oh, you have a rescue lab? Oh, how cute. I love dogs. I've never really been a cat person. I think because when I was younger, I had really bad allergies. I don't have allergies for cats anymore, but up until my late teens, I would get close to a cat and I looked like I had pink eye. I remember I got, really bad attack from that. And they even sent me home from school. And I said, no, I don't have it. I'm not contagious. This is just, an allergy. No. The nurse sent me home and everything. That's how bad I looked. I'm kind of looking how all this, I'm kind of liking how this is starting to look. What do you guys think, huh? I need to use more color. You mean you need to, not me, right? I think I got plenty color here. Okay, so I'll put this last one. Jessica, the journals you're making right now, do they have a theme or are they just a little mixture of everything? Oh, that's right. You don't do themes, do you? Okay. That's true. Well, you do have a consistent theme. Tiny. That is your theme. If you can get it any smaller, you will do it if you can find a way. I know that already. Teeny, teeny, tiny. Not necessarily the journals, but all the stuff you put in the journals is teeny tiny. Oh, cool. I had a lot of work this past week, so I didn't get to put a lot of time in those encaustic covers that I did, but they're all done. The journals are done. Most of the ephemera that I want to put in there are done, but I'm putting them in a special, what do you call it? A little enclosure, I guess you could call it. It's symbolic of something else. Once I get them all done, it'll make sense. Their little cover symbolizes everything in there kind of symbolizes something else. I think I went too deep. I think I went a little too deep on those journals. I think I might have gone a little overboard, but that's okay. Oh boy, I kind of like how this looks, guys. Okay. Huh. What do you guys think? I like it. I like it. Now these all have to dry, obviously, before we do anything else. Yes, I am not shy about color. I like these colors. Need to make sure that stays glued down. Hold on. And stop playing with it till it dries. Okay, leave it alone, Rosemary. Quit playing with it. All right. Yay! All right, I still have some of my tea. I might as well have a sip. I'm thirsty. Excuse me. Okay. All right, so now what should I do? Can't play with this right now because it has to dry, obviously. If I keep messing with it, it's not going to bind to it. So I need to get that out of the way. Let me put all these jelly prints away before they end up on the floor. All right. Well, I could play in my journal. Okay, let me see what I've missed. Have I missed any questions? Show the other one for those that came in. This one, the black and white one? Is that what you're talking about, Scotty? Oh, I guess so. Okay, so if you weren't here from the beginning, we finished putting together the Get a Spine black and white. And the cover happened to be red. So I wanted to leave the red and covered the inside with different black and white scrapbook papers that I had. Glued in a spine from a different book that I had that happened to be red. So I put that in there. And these are all ready to go. And then I put, my camera does not like this fabric, but then I put, I'll just sneak a peek that fabric because it will go crazy. And then the front, I covered up the title of the book with some Canthor quilt stuff. It's almost the same color, and it blended in and covered up my title that I didn't want exposed quite nicely, if I may say so myself. So now this is all ready. And then we sewed in with a pamphlet stitch. We sewed in a signature here and here. And we're ready for this one, like, to work in it. How cool is that? Yay! Okay, so now I showed these magazines before, and somebody got mad at me and said, "How could you cut those up?" But you know, what can I say? I got these at the last library sale, and they had quite a few of these. And where's my other book? Let me show you what inspired me that I want to do an all black and white. Hold on. So in my altered art book, I did a all black and white, which turned out to be my favorite page that I've done in my altered art book. And so from that, and then also I had done previously a glue book, all black and white, which ended up being my favorite glue book. So I think what I'm going to do is do like a combo. This will be, I have a few pages that'll have like altered art in them, and some that are just glued down. And this pretty much represents, you know, like an altered art book, but everything glued down, if you know what I mean. And everything on here, you know, was black and white. So, so anyway, so that is, you know, my inspiration for doing it in black and white. Okay. Do your glue books get pockets or flaps or anything like that? It depends. Hold on. My first black and white, I'm just going to reference the black and white only because that's what I'm going to be doing. My first black and white one, I have here. On here, let's see, what do I have in here? I did this like, you know, a year and a half ago or so. And on this one, I have different sizes of papers. And I don't think I have any pockets in here at all in this one, to tell you the truth. I don't remember having any. Nope. I don't think I have any. Oops. Nope. So at least in this one, I don't. I don't tend normally in any of my journals, to tell you the truth, I don't usually put pockets unless the whole thing is like a pocket journal. Like I made hold on, it's one of my favorites actually. Like this one. This one is all glued, and this is made out of pages out of a magazine. I put like about like three or four. Let me see. There's 4 or 5 pages, I guess. And I sewed it on 3 edges, 3 sides, and then left the tops open. And those became, my pockets. But everything in here is just also just glued down. And all these pages are just glued down pages from magazines that created, each one. But these are all pockets. Either the pockets open on the top or some of them open on the side. And some open from the top and the side. Just to be confusing. But I really like this little journal because you just keep adding. I've added to it when I found a little something that I wanted to cover up. And because I just tied it, I can add some more of these if I want. But this is fun too, because, this is all 100% recycled here. It's just, a lot of this stuff is just from junk mail, from magazines, the stuff that I cut out. But I like this one a lot. So anyway, back to the original question. I guess I'm not like really, too much of a pocket person in the sense, probably in the sense that you're asking. And the flip outs and those and that. Maybe this kind that has, some kind of a picture, but not just something with no purpose. Like this has the extension of the tree. So it had a purpose for it to have to come out. But just for the sake of having something to flip in or out or up or down or anything. I usually don't do that unless there's a real purpose for it. But anyway, so that is why I wanted to do the black and white one, because I wanted it to be both a glue book and like an art book. So what I want to do is I'm going to probably take a lot of stuff, because these magazines, they're kind of freaky. Because they're for different kinds of photography, and it's got this super cool paper that is like silver. I'm sure you can see that. It's really cool. But they have so many different types of pictures in here. like the one that was in the cover. See how pretty that is? I like how that looks. Looking through the silk and the veil and the lace. Oh, that's cool too. They are. I just love black and white. If I were a photographer, that's probably the only thing that I would take pictures in is black and white. Gloria, are we putting you to sleep? Night, Vicky. Well, I'm serving my purpose. See, all you insomniacs, I'm putting you guys to sleep. This is good. My job is done. Ooh, see how cool that is? See, I'm going to want that in my book, so I probably should just cut it out now. I like that. Let's cut one out just to see what it's going to look like in the book. In the book. All right, now what I could do, one of two things. I could cut this out. I just put it on there. I also have the white gesso. I have black gesso. So I could, you know, cover it up a little bit. You know, just give it a little wash. Oh, we got Elizabeth sleepy enough to go to bed. It's 1:30. It's past your bedtime. I've noticed if you go over on your live streams, I don't know if there's a way to correct it or not, but if you go over 2 hours, they cut your video on the repeat. They play the last 2 hours. So if you have something like if you're showing us how to do something, how to make something, and you do it in the first part, then your people do not know what you're talking about. Jessica, oh, you haven't had yours cut? You know, I see you must have a different setting. I've seen other people. I haven't ever gone over 2 hours, so it's never been a thing for me. But I see other people's, and like the one you guys did tonight, because I missed the end. I was going to go back and see if you guys were still there, but it was over. So I had clicked on it, and it starts it in, you know, because I was there when it began, and the first part's cut out completely. And then if you look to see the length of the video, it's 2 hours. And I know you guys were there like 3 hours. So her setting is set the same way mine is. Well, I don't know if it's mine, but other people's. Oh, I like how this looks right here. Yeah. But yeah, check that out, Jessica. I'm talking about on her okay. All right. I'll go double check later on because I know with whose video was it that consistently it only puts 2 hours because I can't watch her live, so I go to watch her and I never get to see the beginning. And there's only 2 hours left. Who was that? I can't remember right now. Okay, I think I like this here. Oh, inside the front cover. Here. That does look pretty cool, doesn't it? Let's see what else we got. Oh, this one's cool. Looks really creepy. It's one of those, almost like one of those wood mannequins. Just freaky enough. I like that. See if you put it just right. It makes it look like the head. Or a big eye. I'm not sure, but I do like that. Yes, this magazine is pretty cool. It's called Black and White Magazine. I don't know if it's still published. This is a year 2000. I got this at the library. And there are people, you know, they have different hobbies. There's all different kinds that they bring. And there's this one table for the freebie ones. This is cool too. I like that. You're getting attacked by your iPad? And see, and if you don't like these pictures shiny, you can always cover them up with the matte medium and it'll tone it down a little bit so they aren't so glossy. Go to sleep, Patricia. Go to sleep. Oh, that's creepy. I can't handle clowns. I saw too many of the old repeats of Outer Limits. Or was it Twilight Zone or something? That and, you know, those dummies, the ones that talk with no hand in them. Can't handle those. Oh, she's so pretty. Okay, see what I mean? So distorted and kind of creepy looking. Woo. Ooh, I like this. My husband and I both are night owls. See, I have the a flexibility of I do bookkeeping and I do it from home. And so as long as I get my job done, it doesn't matter within what hours I get it done. So I've always been a night owl, and my husband has a tendency of doing the same. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that too. That would, oh, which one do I like better? Uh-oh. I do like this one. So anyway, I went to the library today because I remembered the sale for the children's books. And I love it. I forget the name of the little company, but they have these little children's dictionaries, and it's got cute pictures. Last year when they had the sale, I got a few of them, and they had a few left. If I had been there Friday, the first day, probably would have found more, but at least I got a couple. Everything was 25 cents. Is Vicki still here? Did Vicki leave? Forgot to ask her if she had a piece of art she was working on. Supposed to have had it done. She was stressing out. I hope she got it done. I forget the name. They're over there on the table. Ooh, cool. Let me go get one. They're oldie but goodies. This kind. Funk and Wagnalls. There you go. And what's cool about these is they have all the cool pictures. These are from the last print was 57. So these are pretty old. These are probably my favorite books. Every time I go, even if they don't have the annual sale, they do have a store inside of our library. And I just always run back to that same section. And I've gotten quite a few of these over the years. And of course, I got the bird one. I was so excited. Yay! But anyway, I think these are super cool. And so you get all the pictures in the front and the back, and then you get the dictionary part in the center. And they still have really cool stuff in there, and they make nice pages for your journals. And then this one has some kitties, some kitties. I think I have this one already. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, you know what? I would have never known what this plant is, but now that I'm into my eco-dyeing, it's getting pretty bad. I can identify plants now. Oh, and I went today harvesting. I was so excited because there's a couple of trees I've been waiting for them to turn over at Home Depot. Oh, bugs. And they're finally, ooh, look at these bugs, Jessica. And so I got a whole bunch. But I'm still waiting for this one tree. It hasn't turned yet. And I'm starting to get worried because they're all turning. And they just said on the news that we might have a little rain and wind on Wednesday, which means it could knock down all of our leaves. And then I'll have a wet mess on the ground to pick up. But, you know, at least it won't blow away because they'll be wet. I'll be able to retrieve them, but what a mess. I have to go all over these parking lots. Although this is a golden book illustrated. I didn't even notice that. I thought I got all the same. I didn't. Hello. Didn't you get some of these, Jessica? Yeah, grab and run. I did. Well, the people at Home Depot know me. They just think I'm the crazy lady with the bag and the rake. But you have 2 sets? Oh, you wild woman. I've got, all I have is 4 books. Look how cute. Then you have the ones I have, right? Oh, birdies again. Very cool. Okay, so you see how I don't get things done. I get so distracted. I was a black and white. Then somebody asked me a question. Of course, I have to go and run and answer it. And now what am I doing? Looking through more books. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So those will be fun. But those are not going in my black and white journal, obviously. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I like that tree. Oh, you already tore them up, Jessica. Hey, at least you're quick. At least you use your stuff. I'm still looking at some of my stuff. See, you have a lot of stuff, Jessica, but you're not a hoarder. You use your stuff. That's the difference. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, she got this, she got that. And some people, they just sit on it and don't use it. I think I'm sort of like 50-50. I do have some stuff I haven't touched. And I've had it for a while. I need to use it. Okay. Okay, we have a couple to work with. Let's see what we're going to do. That's right. Hoarders do not organize. Hey, that's a good motto. Just when you think you're a hoarder, I know where everything is. I am not hoarding. Right, de-stash. Okay, I do like this here, ladies. I'm going to put this here. And you get nervous when you use scissors. Good night, thumb police. Okay. I think we're losing people. People are getting sleepy. You're going, we're sleepy. Okay. I don't think there's anything there I want. Yeah, I like that. I got to get my glue. Now, I don't have the fancy glue that some people have. I just use this glue. And so far, my things don't fall apart. So I just keep using what I have. Yay. See, once you get the first one down, smooth sailing. Does she look alluring there? You like that, Sally? I think that's kind of cool too. Yeah, she needs something over her because she has a veil. So then you have to simulate another veil on top of that veil. What do you think, Sally? Only I don't want that straight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beneath the roots, see? I like that. Okay. Let's glue this puppy down. Whoops. I think. Yeah. I like it. Okay. So. Ta-da. Whoa! Runaway picture. Okay. Ta-da! I like it, people. What do you think? Yay! And for those of you that have never done a glue book, I think my personal opinion is that if you start off with a color theme, even if it's not black and white, but if you stick with all shades of blues or all shades of yellows or all shades of pinks, I don't think you can go wrong because all the work's been done for you. I mean, somebody has put a lot of work into each picture, and all you have to do is bring them together. And I think you'll really, really enjoy it. If you've never done a glue book, or if you've done one and you've just said, "Yuck, I don't like my glue book," um, try with colors. I know a lot of people when they do their glue books, they go by items, collection of items, and they're not satisfied with their results. And it might be because they're looking for, they think the cohesion is going to come with the element, the thing that they've chosen. And that isn't necessarily so, because you can have all, bottle caps, bottle caps, bottle caps. But if you're looking for your eye to see something cohesive, you're not going to see it necessarily, because you're just going to see blotches of color everywhere. That's what you like. That's great. I love color too. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But if you're new to it and you're not being satisfied with your results, I would try, even if it's just a small little journal, just get the papers, forget the whole big thing. Just get the papers like I did on that one journal, like this one. This is just, sewn together, and go with, your choice of color. And you might be really happy with it if you're not already happy with what you're doing. Whoops. Timber. Okay, what's everybody talking about? Jessica is addicted. Yes, I love those dictionaries. Thank you, Sally. I think with this one, it looked pretty cool if I were to put some kind of gesso on it or something, either white or black gesso, just to play around with it. But I think in this, what I'm going to do, I am going to put just tiny accents here and there with red throughout it. I don't want it to be like a dominant color or anything, but just here and there, and maybe a little bit of gold or something. I think it would look pretty cool. Like even if I had a gold pen and I went around that to highlight the box, really make it pop. I think that would look pretty cool. All right. What time is it? Ah! It's 1 o'clock. Are most of you in the East Coast or West Coast? I think most of you now are on the West Coast, right? I think my East Coast people have all fallen out. I know Elizabeth went to bed. Elizabeth goes, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Let's see, I like her. I think she is so pretty. I got to find her a spot. Let's find her a home. night, Scotty. I like that there. It kind of anchors her down. Let me get rid of this white. See if I like it more or less. Yeah, I like it better without that white there. What do you guys think? I kind of like it. Yeah. Good night, Arlene. Thank you for coming. Thank you for letting us keep you company. Okay, let me put this down. Great. Does she need some more chunkiness? Let's see. She's got the chunky necklace. She might need the chunky surroundings. You just never know. I think she needs some chunkiness up here. You like it up here on top? I think so too. The top has it. I turned it upside down. I know. I know. And I want to stick it over onto the other one to kind of connect it all together. Oops. Too much glue. Too much glue. All right. Then I had some with some writing. Where did it go? I thought I did. Oh, here we go. Some kind of script. I don't know what it says. I don't care. Oh, no, it tore a piece. Okay. It's all good. It's now the title of the piece of art. I have no idea what it says, but that is now the title. Ta-da! Yay! Another page done. Well, it's never done. I end up adding more and more and more and more. But it's a good beginning. Yes, it's a story. And I just now noticed there's a little hand there. She has her baby on her back. That's part of the what? Can't think of the word. Part of what's holding the baby. What do you call that? Oh dear, I need more tea. Anyway, yeah, she's carrying her baby. All right. How about a big flower on a big flower? No. Probably just put that big old thing right there and be done with it. Oh, it's better here, and then I can put some trim around it. Yep. I got plenty of trim of this extra paper. This is worse than watching paint dry, listening to somebody put glue on paper. It was pretty bad. And what did you do last night? Oh, I listened to somebody put glue on paper. Alrighty. So, what can go around there? I know I have some. I know I have some kind of stripes from this paper. My leftover pieces. Ooh, maybe something geometric. Oh, that'd be pretty freaky. Or just a line, a black line. Oh, I think I liking that, I think. Let's just do one and see what it looks like. Let's do one. Isn't the World Series over? I thought they won. Somebody won today. Somebody. The Red Sox, who was playing? I don't follow the game. My husband doesn't either, so that's why I don't always know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, somebody lost. Yeah, the who were they playing against? I can't remember. Doesn't that look pretty cool? It finishes it off. What do you think? Oh, the Red Sox won. That's right. When gluing, say what? Hold on, let me read that again. When gluing your papers to the spine, do you leave space for the gutter? Space? I cover it, if that's what you're asking. I don't leave it exposed, the gutters. See? I got it all in there. And when I did the other one, I think I did the same thing. Yeah. All I did is I made sure when I glued them in that I kind of stuck them in there so that they would fold. Ooh, it's dry already. Hot diggity dog. See, you can see them right there. This is going to be pretty cool too. Yeah. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, let me read here. Let me read. You were learning. What time is it here? It is 16 after 1 in the morning. I had too much sweet tea. The caffeine got to me. Sometimes I can have a cup of coffee right before bed and it doesn't even bother me. And then other times I can have it at, 5 o'clock and I'm, wah. I read somewhere there's a lag. For some people it's like instantaneous. You have a cup of coffee and boing, they're awake. But they're actually, I think, is psychosomatic because I read a paper once that described how caffeine works in your body, and it's a delay. It isn't immediate. So I had mine at 5 and it was ready. What happened to my paper? Oh, here we go. Alrighty, so this helps distinguish it. I think I kind of like it. Yeah. Arizona green tea, yeah. I used to drink that a lot. And then I stopped buying ready-made tea and just started making my own. No particular reason, just did. And then after I started making my own, then I didn't like the other teas. I mean, I would have swore on those other teas because I loved them so much. But then once I started making my own, it was like, wait a minute. I think I like mine better. Although, call me crazy, but I do like the sweet tea at McDonald's. I like their sweet tea. Don't ask me why. Okay, I think this will work. Yeah, torn edge. I rarely put anything that isn't torn. I don't like that harshness. And plus, when you're doing, especially when I think anyway, when you're doing a glue book, your whole intention is to make the whole picture intentional and looks like it's supposed to be there together. And to achieve that, it needs to blend. And the torn edges, to me anyway, makes it blend better. As with anything, though, it's subjective, whatever you like. But the more things you look at, you'll know what's pleasing to your eye. And you go, oh, yeah, I think I like that look. Ta-da! It will fit. Very good. Very good. You almost done, Jessica? She's so quick. She got the little speedy scissors and her little speedy little glue stick. Okay, now I could put another strip here, another strip here, or I could find something a little different. Let's see what we got. Still working with my scraps from the pages. Or Maybe there's something in here that I like just the edge of. Ooh, I should have done that. Oh, well. I should have had that around all the edge. Anyways, like I was saying before, I went running around in the parking lots voluntarily, you know, cleaning up the parking lot for my leaves. And I found this tree that half of the leaves were green and they were changing, and they were changing to this really pretty purple. So I've got to, ooh, that's pretty too. I need to do a boil on those and see how they print. Oh, maybe I need some of that silver. Holy moly, yes. I need to put some silver on there. Hot diggity dog. That's what I'll do. So anyway, so yeah, I've got to do that. Maybe I'll do that Wednesday. It's supposed to be a dreary day here. It's supposed to get rain and everything else. And we're supposed, like I mentioned earlier, we're supposed to get a little bit of wind and everything. And they're saying that all the leaves might get blown off. Oh, no, please, no. All right. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think it's working. I don't think that's working. And I don't know why, because I like it, but it's not working. No, it's not working. Yeah, it doesn't, there's no purpose, huh? Sometimes you just need to leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Maybe something else will speak to me later. Okay, let's just call this one done for now. There'll be more. There will be more, not to worry. Okay. Now, I did see that one leaf that I had forgotten about. This one, I don't know, there's something about that. I really, really like that. But I like the back too. Of course, I can't have them both. I think it's too big to do that, though. Yeah, it wouldn't fit to tip it in. Well, this one will just have to wait. I'll have to wait for something to inspire me what to do with that. It'll come. Okay, so where? Here's another magazine. Yep, I got washi. I think. Oh, I say I got washi, but see, it's got to be black or white. I'd have to double check about that. Something about these pictures, I like them. There's something about old mailboxes I like. And I don't even know why. Okay, now see, these are weird. This guy got a fish on his head, a llama on his head. Out of focus naked ladies jumping up and down. Yeah, this one's a little strange. Oh, I like that. Well, maybe I've lost my groove for tonight. Nothing's speaking to me anymore. I bet you if I look at the same magazine tomorrow, I'll go, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, well. Oh, there's another one of those. Oh, it's the same artist that has those body parts. That's just plain creepy, but I like it. Uh-oh, I like the cars too. Oh dear, don't make any decisions right now, Rosemary. It's too late. Yeah, it must be me because these are all pretty and nothing's saying anything to me. I like that. How many of you are familiar with epiphyllums? I think that's how you say it. Epiphyllums, epiphylium, something like that. Anybody familiar with that plant? The divers? I didn't even see the divers. Air plants? No. They do grow. I mean, I say no because maybe what I call air plants and what you call air plants might be different. But these plants give these big, beautiful, they're tropical, first of all. And they give these beautiful, big blossoms. I mean, big. Yes, they do. Yes, Sally. If that's the definition, then yes, they do. They cling on to other plants in the tropics. I mean, basically just like an orchid does in its real home. That's what an orchid does. So it doesn't require a lot of water. When you have them, you know, when you have them in your personal gardens, you would plant them the same way you do an orchid, more like bark and things like that, as opposed to the soil, because soil will rot it out for sure. Sally, I bet you also have there in the same family those big, I don't remember the name, but the big night blooming ones, those big white ones that are closed during the day. And then at night, they bloom and they smell so pretty. No, I haven't seen Shannon's. Oh dear, what did she do? She said she was going to have a go to work thing, and she doesn't go to work. She works at home. So she's dressing up for home. She's a crazy woman. All right. So I cut those out. Why? I'm not sure. But on top of her head. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I must be getting tired. Nothing is speaking to me. Let me see, what do I have here? I have cute little houses. Black and white little houses. Oh, waist. Well, some of us don't even need a costume to do that. Alright, I don't see nothing. Okay, let me look in this trash pile. I forget what's in here. Oh, here's something. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? I do like these body parts. Look at all his sad pictures. More drama. No smiley faces. Nope, he's grinning there. Looks like an axe murderer when he smirks. I don't know if that says anything to me. I'm running out of ideas, people. My brain is dead. Maybe he should go there. Now I'm not even liking him. Okay, forget him. He's a lost cause for now. I must be. I don't feel sleepy. I feel like my brain's shutting down. And you know how usually these open up so easily and you can't keep them shut? Now I can't even open these. Okay. I'm even losing this touch. So Sally, I don't know if you answered or not. I couldn't see everything. Do you live full time in Mexico, or are you one of those snow bunnies? I mean snowbirds. Ooh, here it's coming. It's coming. And how long have you lived down there? Okay, now, if you have children, did your children think you were crazy for moving down there? Woo-hoo. Now that's cool. Oh, how fun. Yeah, I didn't have children either. By choice. Yeah, I know. I had some friends that moved. Forget what town they moved to. Their children just thought they were completely cuckoo. Okay, something's starting to speak to me. Uh-oh, that's bad. Okay, this is what I'm thinking of. Don't ask me why. This reminded me, this is how my brain works. This reminded me of an hourglass, right? And then this is a body, and lots of times they refer to the figure of a woman, some women, as that of an hourglass. So naturally, I thought I had to put those two together. But that's just me. And then we have ribbon. Sally, Sally, what's the name of that paper? I don't remember what region in Mexico that the artisans there are known for making it. But it's this unusual, oh, I'm forgetting the name of it. It's really cool stuff. It'll come to me. Yes. How did you, man, you are just too quick for me. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is that in your area where you can get some of that? It's hard to get a hold of. At least I don't know where to get a hold of it. Put it that way. Oh, this could be her head. I don't know about this. It was speaking to me 5 minutes ago. I think they hung up. Oh, they do. I'll have to check that out. I think somebody else told me they had it, and when I went to look, I couldn't find it. I must be looking in the wrong section. Okay, does this look like anything to anybody, or is it just me because I'm going cuckoo? Is it only speaking to me? Because I don't even know if it's starting to even speak to me anymore. Yeah, I've seen the Japanese paper. I had some friends come over for a class at my workshop. I mean, a class at my workshop came to my workshop for, anyway, whatever. And they brought me some pretty cool rice paper. I hadn't had any in a long time. And I did some of my the eco printing on it. It really takes it really well. I was surprised, you know, because of how thin it is, but I like how it printed. Okay. I don't know now. You like the head part. It just needs another head. How about a man? How about a man? Mm-hmm. Whoa. Or hey, the head is a flower. Mm-hmm. I'm liking that better already. Let's see if I want it on there or if I want a different background. Let's check out some backgrounds. That looks kind of cool. Too dark. Oh, that kind of looks nice too, though. Flowers and everything. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. See, this is artsy and that's cartoony, and I kind of like the contradiction. I think I'm liking the cartoony one only for the contrast. Where is it? Because of the contrast. Okay, I think I'm going to define it more by cutting some of it out. All right, so okay. So you got the body and the head. And now we got to figure out what else we're going to do with it. Are we going back to this or not? Now I don't know. Ah, a flower with a flower. And we can make it look and flip too. Ta-da! Ta-da! Yep, yep. Night, Sherry. When I wrap this last one, it's going to be curtains for me too, because I'm not getting inspired. Can I think out loud? Oh, okay. Let me think out loud. All right. So this is a flower. This is a flower head person. So I figured he needed to be there. Or now it's a she. It used to be a he. And then I lopped his head off, so now it's a girl again. So I thought, okay. And then this already had a little flapperoonie there. So I thought, why not? So we'll leave that. And then at some other point, you know, I'll put something there. But it's all ready to go. So I put these together. Flower, flower. Flap, flap. That's as deep as my mind goes. Oh, dear. Hold on. Let's see. You might need a little something, something just on that side right there. I keep going to this only because this has to me like a Victorian feel to it. And then when I think about those old mannequins, you know, I think of the Victorian era. And then, of course, you know, the roses and blah, 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 blah. So that's why I keep grabbing this paper, thinking I want to add that to it. So if I keep doing that, I think I should just do it. But I want to, again, not have these rough edges. So I'll just tear the edges. Tear those little edges off. So it is softer. And I don't really care. Some people like to tear their paper in a certain direction. Some people like to cut it away from them so they don't have that white edge. And some like them tearing it toward them because they do like the white edge. I like a little bit of both. That gives it even a little more rustic look to it. Okay, so, oops. And I also like things to be a little off of whatever background I'm providing. I don't like to line it straight across like that. I like it either below it or above it, one or the other. And in this particular case, I think I like it below. For no particular reason. It just catches my eye better. Like that. As opposed to like that. Okay, glue time. I got stuff to mail out tomorrow. I have a couple of orders going out. I'm sending out Jessica her leaves. I've got a florist journal to send out to Singapore. And what else? If I don't have any inspiration, oh, and I got to finish up my little encaustic journals that I started last week. I had to put those on hold for a little while. It's mostly done. Alrighty. So, and I think I'll put some of this ribbon just because I think it's cute. Uh-oh, that's got glue all over it. That may not work. It's got a big wad of glue there. And then I can go ahead and put that back there. Oh, cute, cute. I think that's what I'll do. All right, so for that, I think I need some double stick tape. Ouch. And I'm going to put some in the back because I think it'll hold it better, flopping it back and forth than it does with glue. I'm just guessing. Alrighty, now okay. It may be not done, but it's getting there. Alrighty. Okay, ladies. Thank you through my insomniac period. Those of you on the West Coast, I know it's still early for you guys. But oh, thank you, Sally. I tried on YouTube to set the reminder. I have to ask somebody to walk me through that, to set up the reminder for when I'm going to do the next live stream. And every time I click on the time, it shows the time that I click on, like I say 7 o'clock. But then when I go to post it, it shows it 2 hours earlier than what I clicked. And it's every single time. So I'm doing something wrong. So I might have to ask Jessica later how to do that, if she knows how to set those times. But that's why I just kind of just wing it and come on, because for whatever reason I can't set that that reminder. So maybe I will try next time to do that, so you guys at least know when I'm going to be on next. That's if I know. I don't usually know. All right, ladies. Thank you so much. Oop, I don't want this to go crazy on you guys. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys are working on your journals, and I hope you can find some inspiration as far as, what kinds of books to use, or at least, how to configure your journal if you're new at this, so that you can, have results that you're happy with. Alrighty then, I will see you guys soon, hopefully, to work some more on the one that we did. This is all dried up, so we'll be putting this one together, more of a junky one, as opposed to a collage one like that. And we will, you know, be on the road to getting our second one done. You'll post this? Yes, I'm going to post this. I'm not sure how much of it will show because I still haven't learned how for all of it to how am I trying to say? For some reason, only 2 hours show up, but I must be doing something wrong because Jessica said that it shouldn't be doing that. So I'm doing something wrong, but I will be posting it. So hopefully you can see it. I'm going to post as much as it'll let me. I'll put it that way. So anyway, all right. Thanks again, you guys. I better go before I say something stupid because I'm getting tired. So thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.